Hey guys, Random Reviews here, and today I'm reviewing My Secret Boyfriend by Lurlene McDaniel. I'm not really going to read the synopsis on the back because I found it didn't really go well with how I read the story. It was a very interesting way of writing it up, but I found that it didn't do justice to the story. Basically, our main character is just starting her new year of school. She is going into grade 8 and it's the first day back, and she sees her friend and kind of a frenemy who they both have boyfriends and they're going on about it, and then they kind of talk to her about it, and she feels a little bit peer pressured into telling them that she met a guy while she was on vacation, but nothing was going to progress from there. And she's really upset about lying, but she just has to keep lying to cover up the first lie. And she just kind of wants to put it in her past. She doesn't want to talk about it anymore. The entire thing ends up taking place that she doesn't know that the real person that she created, his mom and dad are going through a divorce, and the Starlings have invited the Elliots to come and stay at the Starlings' house in Dallas, Texas. So Ryan Elliott is now in the same house as her, and he doesn't know about these lies, but everybody else at school knows about it. And unfortunately, he doesn't understand what's going on when this finally does come up. Now, I really enjoyed that the story was actually about a friendship. There was no romance in it at all. I think if the author had tried to put romance in it instead of having it be a friendship, I don't think the impact would have been as strong. Now, as I said before, this is about a friendship. It's not about a romance, which was what I originally thought it was about. But I'm really happy it was a friendship. I think the author really did a good job in covering one topic that a lot of authors I find stay away from, which is a friendship. Something takes place and that friendship, there's a strain in the friendship, and she then mended that friendship. Now, you might think, oh, they went back to the way they were before. You have to remember that when something takes place in a friendship or even in a relationship of any kind, when something takes place and trust is broken, it's very hard to go back to where you were before. There's always going to be that little bit of that event took place. You move on, but you will always remember that took place. It's never going to be wiped from the memory unless the person loses their memory, which you would hope not. But that's all I'm going to cover with the synopsis, because I think I've probably already given too much away, but I'm trying to stay very vague with it. Now, Jordan Starling is our main character. She's starting 8th grade, and Ryan Elliott is basically the same age as her, and he moves from Washington to Dallas, Texas when this is going on. A bit about Ryan is the fact that he's very hurt by what's taking place with his parents. He's very confused about it. He doesn't really understand, and he really doesn't know how to trust somebody again. And you find that he really opens up with Jordan, and he really needed a friend, and she became that friend. She listened to him, and they really got along well together. And I think they both gave a friendship to the other that they needed. So that's all I'm going to say about that. The setting was Dallas, Texas, which is great. I found it quite interesting. The author makes reference near the beginning of the book, I believe, to a place in Texas called Corpus Christi, which I am familiar with, and I thought that was really cool. So that's my review. I don't want to go into too much detail with stuff because I don't want to give too much away. It was really short. It was only 120 pages. I read this in one sitting, and I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that I read it, And I think if any of you have not picked up a Lurlene McDaniel novel, you might want to give it a try. She writes realistic fiction. And it's been a while since I've read one, and I'm glad that I really liked this, because I really enjoyed the last time I read realistic fiction. The author mainly deals with cancer, so death, divorce, and friendship, and I really enjoy that about her. She writes realistically very well. She also writes novels dealing with diabetes, so if you or someone you know deals with diabetes and you'd like to read a realistic novel about it, definitely check out Lurlene McDaniel. So that's my review. If you guys have read this novel, let me know what you thought of it down below. If you guys haven't read this novel or anything by Lurlene McDaniel, I definitely recommend giving it a shot. So go pick up a random book and read. Bye guys.